Hey guys, this is Ricky Rod with Bombhouse Recording, and I am back with an update on my new system. Actually got it last week, and I did a brief video. Actually, it wasn't a brief video. It was more like a rant video about why I switched over from Mac to Windows. Anyway, I wanted to go over what it's been like this week for me, any workflow things that I've had to change, and anything I've discovered. So let me show you something real fast here. I am on a mix session for a band called Reeves. So we got some stuff going on, quite a few things going on in this mix session. I'm actually trying out this new Ozone Advanced Mastering plugin. I'm going to be doing a shootout next week with some other ones. So I'm talking through this live. You can see the meters move. You know, this is a lot of stuff going on in my computer. I think my computer's at like 64 buffer right now, and it's still only running like 35%. That's a lot. That's a very low buffer. That's a lot of stuff going on for such a low buffer. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about this week. Everything's been great. Tracking, mixing, mastering has been smooth as silk. I have found it to be responsive, quick, fast. I have found a few glitches, and it's not anything to do with the Windows OS, more what it does with Avid. So let's go into that. So I did find a glitch. Part of when you get a DAW in a new system, you need to try to figure out the breaking point, right? You gotta like poke at it, figure out what it likes and what it doesn't like. And the best thing to do is set that buffer low and load up plugins and see what it likes to do and see what plugins, we are at a time now where native computers are strong enough where if you want to track with effects on, you can. Okay, so and that's what I wanted to do. So I found some interesting things out, and I don't have video proof, but I can upload some later. But it's quite simple. So the bottom line is, I discovered that when you're running the internet on a computer, okay, I've got the internet on right now on my PC, and you can monitor, there's software that lets you monitor every little thing that's happening, okay? So what was happening to me was at a 64 buffer while I was recording with any plugin. It didn't matter what plugin it was. It could have been Dverb, virtual microphone, Slate's virtual microphone, anything. Any Waves plugins, I was seeing spikes from like 6% processor to 100%, okay, which was very abnormal. When I had tested it earlier, I had realized I didn't have the internet going. So I was like, okay, so I started, checking out things, and I noticed basically when Avid Pro Tools HD is running, okay, and your internet is on, there's a little Ethernet meter that pops up, okay, and it sends a signal about once a minute, and doing that would actually mess with the processor, with the plugins you were using. So that's what was causing my CPU spike, the spikes that were happening. So, and I was like, well, let's try to tweak this a little bit. So basically, what I did was I disabled the Wi-Fi, I disabled the internet. And after about a couple of hours messing around with it, sure enough, I discovered the issue, and it was Avid's application sending a little blip to Avid about every minute and messing with Pro Tools. Okay, and the only reason I found that is because of the, trying to run at a low buffer and see if I could break it. Okay, so essentially when you turn off the internet, right, once you load your Pro Tools session, whatever, you disable your internet, you disable your Wi-Fi, and I can still record with a considerable amount of plugins at a 64 buffer, sub 3 millisecond latency, and my computer never gets past 12%. So, and that was the ultimate goal. So I can track with a 64 buffer with quite a few plugins actually. And in fact, I actually launched a mix mastering session at 64 buffer and didn't even realize it. I wasn't even looking at the CPU usage anymore, much like this session. So I'm almost to the point now that I just totally ignore it. So anyway, that's the little glitch I found, and that's normal. That's normal. That's not anything. That's everything to do with Avid and their applications and nothing to do with your computer. So just a heads up, people, if you're seeing some odd spikes, turn off your Ethernet, turn off your Wi-Fi on your computer, and watch what it does. So yeah, I discovered that nugget. So things to look forward to in the future. I'll do another update next week. I'm also going to do a shootout of these plugins right here. I've been working in the Ozone Advanced plugin this week. I've been comparing it to the Slate mastering plugin, and there's a FabFilter plugin I've been working with too, and I've discovered some cool things, and I've been using this Slate plugin forever. It's been years, and it's just easy for me to use. It really is a quick way to do things, but I had found some things over the last couple of months that I tried to improve in my the final mix bus chain, and in doing so I found some unique combination of plugins that I'm going to show you guys on the mastering side. So not only am I going to compare these plugins and explain to you what they're doing, but I'm also going to show you some tips and tricks. But anyway, thanks guys. I hope everybody has a good day. Have a good weekend. Go watch Black Panther. God bless. Bye.